Welcome to today's Daily Reports market analysis videos with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Hantec on Friday the 14th of August. It looks as though we're in for a little bit of a risk negative close to the week. Doesn't look great in terms of equities, does it? Over 2% lower now on FTSE and the CAC. DAX 1.4% lower, so DAX slightly outperforming there, but we saw last night into the close the S&P 500 falling away, and futures today a little bit lower. I mean, the uptrends are all still intact and these are still sort of buzzing around these all-time highs, but I think off the top into the end of the week. And subsequently we're seeing this risk aversion playing out. We're seeing bond yields falling away on the 10-year and the 2-year on treasuries, and also we're seeing that the dollar's marginally picking up. It's had a bit of a mixed couple of days actually, but into the deep into the European session now, we are starting to see that the dollar is performing better. You can see euro dollar lower, predominantly through the Aussie, the Kiwi, Swissy, and the Canadian. All those commodity currencies, Canadian, Aussie, and Kiwi, are lower. So hence, again, plays into the risk negative angle, as does the outperforming yen today. So yeah, that's basically where we're sitting at the moment. You've got the oil price, which has just fallen back a little bit. It still continues to consolidate, essentially, doesn't it? Doesn't really want to go and really break higher. But just for now, we're seeing a little bit of risk aversion creeping in to the market to end the week. Now, this morning, we've had the Chinese industrial production and retail sales coming out worse than expected. And that hasn't, again, helped the risk aversion that has sort of started to develop. So that seems to be playing into a factor there. European data this morning pretty much bang in line with estimates in terms of the growth numbers. Nothing really doing there. Little bit of an increase, though, you could argue, on unemployment, which possibly is playing into that underperformance of the euro today. Into the afternoon, we've got a clutch of US data, really important data actually. We've got retail sales, industrial production, and Michigan sentiment. Now, start with retail sales. We're expecting to see retail sales still growing in July, but certainly nowhere near as much of a rebound as we saw in June. 1.3% is the expectation, and what we're looking for is that that obviously is moderating some of the loss that we saw through the sort of March, May, April, May time. Industrial production expected to be 3% higher in July. So again, but also looking out for capacity utilization. That's an interesting stat to watch there. 70.3. So anything above 70 would be considered, I suppose, good. And later on, the Michigan sentiment. Now, this is an important number because we're actually expected to see a slight decline in August. 72.5 down to 72. That's driven by the current conditions falling back to 81.8. Expectations still okay. A mild increase on last month, but it's basically that the current conditions component is falling back again. So that's this afternoon. Right, okay, that takes me on to my chart of the day, which is Aussie Yen. Now, Aussie Yen, always a very good gauge of risk appetite, and subsequently we're seeing Aussie Yen falling back. But as I said to you, when we looked at that S&P chart, was that we're still in this uptrend, and very similar uptrend it is to the Aussie Yen. The uptrend comes in at 76 figure today, there or thereabouts, just a shade above that, 76 figure. So looking out for that being tested, but we're still seeing throughout the last 2 months a sequence of higher lows, higher highs, pushing forward, testing that resistance that we've got at 76.85, which is the July high, basically similar to the June high. But you can, if you zoom out, you can see the importance of that level. It goes back way back to May 2019. So a decisive break above that in due course would be a positive move. But at the moment, we're sort of hanging on to that resistance. and subsequently we're testing the uptrend support. So a little bit of a sort of key crossroads area. That uptrend support is, as I said, 76 figure. The reaction low at 75.65 would be important. That was this week's low, but the main line of support comes in at that 74.82 mark, which is the late July low. So that's your first real support there. So with that in mind, I wish you good luck in your trading today. Click here to subscribe to our analysis videos. Go to our website to sign up for our webinars, and also click to watch Trader Talks, our videos that give you top trading ideas.